It's story time, right? So it's a mutual thing. We need each other to exist. Now, the response of everyone is just proper boss. It's boss. Just look at the comments. Look at everyone. Everyone's just vibing with each other. Everyone's vibing with me. You know, I'm replying to everyone as much as I can and so on and so forth. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's taking me hours and hours to get back to everyone, but I will get back to everyone soon enough. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it all straight away. I'm up the wall doing my own stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to do shout outs, but I'm just going to do one big shout out. Massive shout out to everyone on Scout Stories. Yeah, it is proper flying. We are flying, right? So there's a little story now. So I've landed on remand anyway, so I'm on remand right now. As soon as I've got into the induction and all that, blah 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 blah, spots a few lads who know, yeah, what's happened lad, goes on the wing, walks on the wing, yeah, so goes into a pad now. The screws put me in a pad, and there was just some lad in the pad, didn't know and all like that. Mate, he was fucking sounds, right? He was proper sounds. So sitting there talking, what's happened, lads, where are you from, blah, 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 yeah. Says, what are you in for? I said, I'm only in on something, lads, I'll get off with it, no, I'll get off with it. The only reason why I got remanded is because I went no comments and they had something, but what they had, I knew what they had was none, and I knew once they'd like questioned other people who were there, they're not grasses, but normal people, right, here's the script, normal people who've never committed a crime in their life, who go to work and all that, they don't look at us though they're grassing on people, they're just like scared of authority. So you can't really blame them. I don't mean they throw names in, but they just tell what happens, yeah, because in their opinion, just like, well, this happens, yeah, well, yes, officer, hello, blah, 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 blah. Now, whereas me, and the likes of whoever's listening to this now, no doubt is going to be like, no comment, yeah, all the way through. That's standard for like people like us and what we do, isn't it? But other people aren't like that, so you can't start saying, oh, they're grass, they're just normal people who don't know the difference, they don't know anyone, they don't know. They don't know, they just don't know, they only know what they read in the papers. Yeah, we're like the people they read about in the papers, do you get what I mean? So they get not scared, but they're wary, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're just like, I'm just going to tell you because, and then the busies are pressing them like, listen, if you don't, then you'll get this done to you. Whereas we're like, shut up your TV, no comment, shut up your TV, no comment. Normal people aren't, because the busies will be like, well, it'll go down and it'll be, you've lied to the police officer, it's false evidence and you'll lose your job, you know, and they're just scared the shit out of normal people, do you know what I mean? So, if I do something wrong and there's normal people there and normal people tell off me, I'm not going to be seeking revenge on them, because number one, it's your own fault for doing it where there was people like that round. So, you know what I mean? You've got to just take it on the chin. It is what it is. You know, average Joe or the average Mary, just crack on with your life. You're not going to earn nothing back off me like that. Now, if someone who's your mate does it, then that's different, isn't it? Or someone you know does it, that's different, isn't it? So let me just get this story out. So I'm in a pad with this kid, right? I was just having a laugh, vibing, right? I'm like, yeah, lad, do you want to do joints? He's like, go ahead, sounds. So we're flying, vibing, everything, sound, all that. So I'm sitting there talking to him. He's like, what did you do? So I told him, obviously, do you know what I mean? And I never even, you know what, to be fair, I never even done nothing. The only reason why I got remanded is because I said no comment, right? Now, I knew what I was doing, and it was supposed to be a voluntary interview, do you know what I mean? If you say no, they're just going to come and get you anyway, they're going to come through your door and get you anyway. So you've got this sort of chance, haven't you? So I thought, all right, I'll agree to it, so I thought, I'll be ready for it, so I'm ready for it, you know what that means, only so I'm ready for it. So I goes in, and I knew I'd go no comments, and I knew if they had anything on me, then I was going to get remanded, because I've got a bit of a shit history of like not turning up to court and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I don't really get bail. I've failed to appear in court over 23 times in my life. I just don't get bail. I don't get bail, do you know what I mean? It's just standard, you're not getting bail, simple as that, right? And the things what I've never failed to appear in court for are just shitty things, but it's still failed to appear in court, do you know what I mean? Just like, there's just shit things like driving offences or some blah blah blah, just loads of them built up, do you know what I mean, over the years. So honest to God, I'm not even measured about 23 times, something like that. As I walks in, I'm talking to this kid in the pad, listen to what he done. His cousin was a punter, right? He was a grafter. So what's happened is his cousin was doing bits and that with him, blah 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 blah, yeah. So he said to me one day, he went home, and when he went home, his safe was gone, right? The safe was gone, and his ken had been tipped upside down. So he's thinking, who's that? So straight away he's pinned it on his cousin. So he's went and got his cousin, get on this, right? He's went and got his cousin, he took him to the hills, and they've just set him on, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, lad, that's heavy, that. He said, yeah, lad, I know. And I said, did you get along with him? He's like, yeah, I did get along with him, but I couldn't trust him, and know what he did to me and all that. Now listen to this for a twist. He said, but lad, then when I've come home and I've gone back in the house, as I've looked, there's been a letter through the door, right, where it's been plod. You know the way they leave like a thing? It's been plod that I've done it. So he's like, so he's gone and done all that off emotion, hastily, and it wasn't even his cousin. Now his cousin's been put to bed, hasn't he? So he's like, no way. So anyway, he ends up throwing his hands up to it because of, obviously, you know what I mean? You know, hell, mate, it's a bit of a mad one. So he threw his hands to it and he ends up with an 18. That's what he was in for. So as I'm saying there, so the day's gone past, getting along with him, proper sound, all that. And then as there's, so I'm thinking, who's that? So as I've looked out the window, it's a kid, and he's shouting me, lad, what's happening? He's like, yeah, get in here with us. I'm like, no way. And it's my mate who I hadn't seen for a while, do you know what I mean? And I said, how many's in there? And it was a dorm, they were in a dorm, and it was a 4-man dorm, right? But there was 2 lads in there, 2 lads from Liverpool in there. One was from the other end of Liverpool, one from the other end of Liverpool, right? Now I didn't know the one from the other end of Liverpool. So I'm saying, yeah, to this kid, do you want to get in there with us? He's like, yeah, go on, Sans. So I'm like, yeah, both of us. So the screws were half alright, you know what I mean? We're just like, yeah, let's move in there. He's like, go ahead, Sans. He said, be back in a minute. So they come back, get your stuff together, but get in there. So now we're in a dorm, 3 scouts and this other kid, right? And we're all just proper vibing, mate. It was boss, right? The lad who's been whistling me, he's been moved wings, but he's packing. Right, because what happened to me was I landed on the wing, so I've got to wait a few days for something, do you know what I mean? He was just sound, we were proper sounds and all that. And then next thing, it's just half gone off because some other lad on the wing is having beef with one of the lads who's in that zone, right? But I don't know him, but I know one of his mates. So I said, lad, is it your mate? He went, yeah. I'm like, lad, I'm in that pad with them, you know, like they're half alright. I said, has he robbed it or has he bumped it? He was like, no, lad, no. All it was because it was just a little wrong look somewhere. So I'm like, lad, I said, surely this can be sorted, lad. I said, you know what I mean? I said, fucking surely. So he doesn't want to sort it and he doesn't want to sort it. But I want to sort it because I can't be arsed with it, lad. Do you know what I mean? I'm only on remand, lads. You know what I mean? I'm only in for a shit and a shave. Can't be arsed getting tangled up. Who am I supposed to stand on for, lads? I'm supposed to stand on for him or him. Lads, are both scousers. Yeah, we're out the way. You know, we shouldn't be doing this. This isn't right. You know, especially if no one's done nothing wrong like that, no one's robbed you, no one's done nothing. So yeah, we're fighting amongst ourselves. Lads, it makes us look bad, it makes us look weak, because there's other firms in there from all over the place, do you get what I mean? And they don't like scousers anyway, because of other scousers who've been in jail, who've done heavy things to them. So they just sort of laugh like, oh, you're a scouse, you're the same thing, you must be... lads, what are you on about? So I ends up sawing it, half sawing and all that, right? We're on association, so I'm playing pool with this kid, and these other kids come over like that, and it just goes off, right? And it weren't even the scouts who was having murder, it was this other firm. So this other firm from out the way. So we've all just stood on it, just proper gone off, right? It's gone off heavy. Just pool cues, snooker balls, everything's just gone off proper heavy. The screws didn't do nothing to none of either party, yeah? Because they were saying the block's full, whatever. Get back in your pads, blah, blah, blah. So they just put us on bang up, do you know what I mean? I was just thinking, no fucking way. So, anyway, cut long story short, I've ended up getting out. So I don't know what happened after that, because when I went to court, witness statements, you'd told the truth, had placed me away from it. It wasn't nothing to do with me. So there was no evidence. The CPS never had nothing on me. They had the opposite. They had evidence. My brief was like, lad, you signed. As soon as I see me brief, he said to me, you're not going back to jail. He said, you're definitely going to walk on this. It's unequivocal that it wasn't you. So I was a little bit gutted thinking, I've got to leave everyone there, because I didn't know whether I was coming back or not. So as you do, you just give everyone everything you've got. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all there. If I don't come back, it's yours. So like, sign. Then I'd give me number to them as well, just in case. Right now, about 4 months later, I'm in this boozer and I'm watching a Liverpool game, and I'm with this heavy firm from the north end, and this kid from the other end phones me up. He's like, what's happening, lads? I'm like, no way, what's happening, lads? He said, what's happening? And I said, where are you? You're out. He went, yeah, I've been out for a few weeks and all that. He said, sorry, I haven't got on you, lads. He said, I've just been doing whatever I'm doing. I said, yeah, obviously. He said, what are you doing? He said, I'm watching the match. He said, yeah. He said, we'll come and have a bed with you. But I'm thinking, these can't just bounce in like this, because if these bounce in like this, the old gaff's going to be like, who's this? Do you know what I mean? They're like, why are these just bouncing in like that? So I've spoke to my mates and I've been like, listen, this little firm coming in from this end and all that, the proper sounds, all that. So like, all right, sound, lad, no problem, everyone's sounding that. So the owners, we knew the owners, so I said to the owners, yeah, my mates are coming in, so I give them the info and all that. Right now, this little firm who were no one, just little mingies, right? And they're sitting, not with us, but behind us. Now, get out how funny this is. So Liverpool are playing, the match is kicked off, and let's just say, a coloured fella is playing for Liverpool, right? And he's lost the ball. So this sort of firm behind us shouting, you dirty little, you know, like, end bombing. And I started laughing and my mate said to me, "Lad, are your mates from there, that?" I said, "Yeah." And he went, "Ah." I said, "Lad, watch this, it'll be funny." So he said, "Sad." So my mates have come in, right? They've all walked in, there's been about 8 of them. Every kid's from that end. And if I mentioned one or two of them, you'd know what firm it is because they're every down there. So this kid's still screaming, "M-bomb, M-bomb." Now, all these are standing behind him. So I'd turn around, looked at him and said to him, "What's happening, such and such?" And the kid who's been shouting M-bomb, M-bomb has just looked at this kid and just froze. There's like a whole firm just looking at him. I've just burst out laughing and he's going to the kids, "What have you just said there, lad?" Now, these don't want to start causing murder in this booze. They're outnumbered by all of us anyway. There's about 25 of us, do you know what I mean? And everyone's my mate and they're all my mates and sound. But as they've sat down, right, honest to God, count to 40 seconds, we turn around and that firm have been gone. But that was just like, that's what I'm trying to say is, when you meet people in jail, right, you meet people and you get along with people who you might normally get along with normally, or you might clash with in the street, you know what I mean? So you've got to just take everyone at face value and just understand that. Don't listen to what other people say about people. Don't listen to what people say people have done, because everyone just throws salt on it anyway, do you know what I mean? And honest to God, maybe still vibe. When I think back to watching the match, that's one of the funniest matches I've ever watched in my life, mate. Just because of what happens and how it happens, it was a belter. We all end up going out after it. Everyone just ends up in a party after it. Yeah, it was just north and south just come together. Do you get what I mean? It was a belter.